Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. Thought I'd jump on, do a little pre-record about a few things that's been happening this week. I know the football is about to start. Manchester City are going live tomorrow against Celtic. For anyone who is keeping up with the action on City TV tonight, which is Monday night, about 11:30 p.m. on City TV, there's a live training session feed. Jolien Lescott, Sean Wright-Phillips and FG will be in America. And in the studio back at the Etihad tonight will be myself, Paul Dickov and Natalie Pike. So if anyone's up that late and fancies a bit of City content, get on City TV, get on Manchester City's YouTube, get on the Matchday Live show, and send some messages in and get involved. At the end of the day, get involved. The reason I've jumped on is because a few things really. Lots of reports coming out of Saudi Arabia. Ederson possibly leaving, and Kevin De Bruyne possibly leaving. Ederson first. We touched on this last show. I feel like if City get the money they want, 50, 60 million, I think Ederson's already had his head turned by the money. I feel like there's a strong possibility Ederson can go. This morning we're linked with Donnarumma at PSG. I can't see that happening. I believe that if Ederson does go, then Ortega will be the number one goalkeeper. And I think City will probably bring in another goalkeeper as backup. There was an interesting article today. I read that saying that City might use the buyback clause and get Trafford back from Burnley. And have him as a number 2 to Ortega. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I know Trafford was highly thought of at City and at Bolton where he was on loan, but I believe that the Burnley fans wasn't really overly keen on him, and Muric ended up taking his place late in the season. But I've got to be honest, I love Ederson. I feel like Manchester City, the way we play and everything we do, there's a big part of Ederson involved. I feel like he changed the style of football that we were used to, and he's been massive for us. I feel he's been massive. I feel like in the Champions League final, he proved his worth, and he's been a bit underrated for me. But Ortega, probably the best number 2 around. Very, very comfortable when he plays for us. Very, very confident on the ball. Great shot stopper. Amazing saves, as you've seen against Tottenham in the run-up to the league. Was prone to the odd mistake, as you've seen in the final against United, a little bit of a mishap. But with not playing every week, not being regular in the team, I feel like if he's the number 1 goalkeeper after 10 or 15 games straight, I feel like you're going to see a really, really good goalkeeper in Ortega. So let me know what you think about that, Ederson. I feel like these Saudi clubs are tapping these players up. They're showing them the big dollars. They're sending them the contracts through, what they could earn. And then I feel like they're trying to get the player to put pressure on the club. I think with City that doesn't work. I feel like you're under contract. Manchester City are in good shape financially. We don't need to be tempted by it. But fair play to City on sticking on the price. You know what I mean? If we've got a price, stick to it. We're the champions of England. We're one of the best teams in the world. We ain't going to be bullied by it financially. We don't need it. So if you want to pay it, and we wish you well. But the Kevin De Bruyne situation, I mean, last show me and Daps talked about De Bruyne. There was some comments. I don't know where they came from. I'm convinced some people don't actually watch the show. They just make it up in the mind what they want. Some guy was going on about we're slagging De Bruyne off. We're saying we should sell De Bruyne, but we back Grealish. First of all, nobody said we should sell De Bruyne. We didn't say that. What we said was, from a business point of view, if Saudi Arabia came along, offered 70, 80 million for Kevin De Bruyne, with a year to go on his contract, in the current state he has been in, coming back off an injury, etc., not looking the best, then somebody at Manchester City in the business side's got to look at that as a good deal. Kevin came in end of last season, the assists were there, no problem. But you look in the big games, how many times Pep took him off. He took him off late in games when you want Kevin De Bruyne on the pitch, usually. But I feel the injury hit him a bit harder than what a lot of people think. So I think that, you know, we've got to be realistic. But it's not just take the money and happy days. There's got to be a replacement. If you're replacing a player like Kevin De Bruyne, you've got to bring in somebody in that's got the potential to be with us for the next 8 to 10 years. You're looking at Musiala kind of levels. You know, you're looking at players like that where you think, you know, he could be the one, but it's going to take a lot of money to get him out of Bayern Munich. But if Manchester City get big dough for Kev and they can go into Bayern Munich 120 mil, 130 mil, Musiala, do you think Bayern would sell for that? Do you think Vinny would have that? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, the rumours coming out are about Kevin taking a look at the deal and fancying it over there in Saudi. I've been told otherwise. I contacted a few people that I know in the press, and they seem to say that there's no truth in it at the minute. It could be a bit of underhand tactics from the Saudis trying to sound it out, see how it does. I think Kevin's open to the move, but, you know, City's got a price. And if that price isn't met, then I'm sure Kevin will stay with us for the next year and possibly leave on a free in the summer. But let me state again, nobody wants to see Kevin De Bruyne go. Fantastic player, unbelievable, awesome. But from a business point of view, if that kind of money comes in, it's going to be hard to turn it down. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know what I mean? None of us ever want to see a player like that leave, but over the years, we've got used to it. Do you know what I mean? The squad was announced going to America. Very, very young, inexperienced squad. What do you guys think? Is there anyone in the squad you're looking at, a standout player who you want to maybe push on the first team? I mean, I'm a big fan of Nico O'Reilly. I've said it for a long, long time. I've blown his trumpet on many a show. I'm praying that he gets a chance to shine. Micah Hamilton, obviously, did well, came in the Champions League, scored goals. Players like Mbite and what's he called? His name escapes me. I'll remember in a minute. The fullback who was on loan at Coventry and then he's gone to Wilson Esbrand. He went to Rennes. They're coming back into the squad. I don't believe they're good enough. I don't believe that they've got a future there. I feel like we're just stacking up the numbers. Galvez, the young fullback, the Finnish kid, he's in the squad. And then there's a kid from Somalia who we've got on trial from Lommel or Troyes. Lommel, I think. Amar Fateh or something like that. He's a winger. He's on trial. Coming out there, see what he can do. So that's interesting to see. Very, very interesting to see. Calvin Phillips is back. He's in the mix. Is he going to get game time? Is this just a shop window for him? Jack Grealish is back with a point to prove. We've seen the videos of Jack training early. So it'd be interesting to see Jack. Obviously, Erling Haaland had a break in the summer. So to be fair, there's a few players out there. Ederson's out there that could do okay. You know what I mean? They could do okay. I think Guardiola... is Guardiola out there? You know, there's a few weird ones. Like, you look at, like, Nunes, very rarely played for Portugal. I know he's been with the Portugal squad, but if I'm Nunes, after the season I've had, I'd be wanting to get my boots on and get on that pre-season tour and prove that I'm the man. Do you know what I mean? I'd have a quick week break, 2 week with the family. I'd be begging Pep to get me in the squad, but he don't look like he's there. Savinho's not going to be there either. It always worries me pre-season that a lot of these players come back and they're not ready. Do you know what I mean? We've got some important games. We've got the Charity Shield, which is not that important, but it's against United. And then we've got Chelsea away. Do you know what I mean? And Ipswich at home. Ipswich have got the momentum with getting promoted. Chelsea got a point to prove, new manager, etc. 2 hard games for me. We can't afford to be sleeping on them games. You know what I mean? So we got to make sure we're ready for it. We've got to make sure we're on it. As far as signings is concerned, the Bruno Guimaraes thing from Newcastle doesn't seem like it's going away. There seems to be links in different papers with him. I think Bruno Guimaraes would be a good player for us. I do. I feel like Pep likes him. I feel like he could play that role alongside Rodri and maybe slot in when Rodri's not there. I don't think City are gonna give in for this 100 million. I think as the transfer market levels out towards the end of the window, you might see City chance their arm, see if they can do it. There has been talks of possible Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob involvement in the deal, whether it be loans or permanents. That would be interesting. We have got a big academy with fresh players there, which Newcastle could think, will take advantage of that and bring some academy players in. I know they've been doing a bit of academy trading amongst themselves with Chelsea, etc. But yeah, I mean, I feel like football in a whole is suffering from the financial crisis. I feel like transfer deadlines and summer transfer windows are dead. I feel like it's gone a bit boring and stale. We're not getting the excitement of bringing big players to the league, looking at big superstars coming to the Premier League and joining them. I feel like it's not happening. We've got Saudi Arabia now coming, taking decent players like Diaby from Aston Villa, who just got into the Champions League, but he's going to leave all that and go to Saudi Arabia. Some people are saying football's gone. It's finished. I don't think it's quite finished, but it's not quite where it should be, in my opinion. You know what I mean? The excitement levels of transfer windows and just after the tournament, looking at the players of the tournaments and seeing how they could come to the Premier League. I don't think that's there anymore. I don't think it's there anymore. But you never know. You never know. There's other rumours coming out this week about Pep maybe staying. The talk I heard end of last season was 100% he was going in May. I believe that Sheikh Mansour has been trying to turn his head. So there is a possibility, I think, that Pep may change his mind, which is good news for everybody at the club. Obviously, it's good news. Potential outgoings, other than the Bernardo Silva one, seems to have gone quiet this summer. It seems to be the Saudi ones, the Ederson and Kevin De Bruyne. Calvin Phillips could possibly make a move, I think, if someone's willing to take him. Bernardo Silva, I don't think's going. I think he's fell back in love with it and he's happy. Jack Grealish early in the summer, because of his England dropping, was saying, he's finished. But no, I believe Jack's going to stay. Erling's happy. Alvarez is the only one we spoke about, could be the highest profile. If we can get a 70, 80 million bid in from Atletico Madrid, I feel like Alvarez could make the move. I feel like he wants to be number one somewhere. His family want to go live somewhere warm. Every time I see his family, to be fair, at away games, they look freezing. So I think his family need defrosting. So that could be a possibility. Then we're on the hunt for a striker. You know what I mean? Then we've got to look for a striker again. So there could be a lot happen, Blues. There could be a few twists and turns yet to come in this transfer market. But we've got to be ready for Chelsea. Forget the Charity Shield. Forget United. Small things and all that. They're still going on about the FA Cup. Nobody told them that City lifted the 4th in a row Premier League title the day after and went on a big parade in town. Seem to have forgot that, you know what I mean? But it's Man United, innit? They're not accepting anything massive at the minute. So FA Cup to them is huge. Charity Shield will be huge, you know what I mean? United are back, Ten Hag and that. He's brought in Ruud van Nistelrooy and the boys. So, they're all getting giddy, as per usual, every season, same time. We hear the same thing. United are back. We're going to do this. City finish. We're going to fall off and that. But we'll see. We'll see, Blues. You know what I mean? We're 4 in a row. Can we make it 5 in a row? It's pretty hard to describe that Man City's won 4 Premier League titles in a row. It's mad. And you know what I mean? It's crazy. But I said it on the last show. We don't want to get complacent. Us as fans as well. We've got our job to do next season. We've got to refresh it, in my opinion. We've had the treble, took it out of us. We won the league last year. I feel like we've got to go again this year and definitely step it up on the stands, in the South Stand, etc. Speaking about tickets, I don't really know much about it, but I got a lot of messages about the ticket situation saying they couldn't get through on the website. They couldn't get tickets for this game. They couldn't get tickets for that game. Obviously, I've got a season ticket. I didn't have them problems, but let me know what the problems are because, if I'm in around the club, I have been speaking to a few people and dropping it in. I don't want them to feel like I'm a trouble causer, but I need to know what the problems are. If there's a problem with a ticket situation, or you can't get through, or the ticket office has done this or whatever, let me know, because I honestly don't know. I just seen a lot of disgruntled fans online and that saying it was a joke. I know that they sell all the tickets at once now, so you can sort of buy every game. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Again, let me know what you think of that. I know Chelsea tickets go on sale tomorrow, Wednesday, 10 a.m. I think, first away game of the season. But I think we've got a lot of positive things to go into the season for. I feel like Pep's staying. I feel like Haaland is here. Bernardo Silva is still staying. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Josko Guardiola, the form he was in the end of the season, is going to be positive. The back four looks good. The midfield looks okay. Kovacic coming in there as well. We definitely need a Rodri replacement, or someone that can come in and do a job. Savio's going to bring something extra on the right. We've got a refreshed Jack Grealish on the left. Phil Foden's coming back. Kevin De Bruyne could be back. So, yeah, I don't think there's an awful lot to be down about. I do get the odd message off the younger City fans moaning that we lack ambition, apparently. We haven't signed anyone decent. We signed Phillips and Nunes and that. Don't focus on the ones that didn't go well. Focus on the signings that went well. Focus on the signings we got, like Alvarez for 14 million. Erling Haaland for his contracts, 50, 60 million. Look at Savio now, looks relatively cheap. Jeremy Doku looks a snip. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on the trophies as well. And let's all just be positive moving forward for the new season. That's all we want. But anyway, Blues, other than that, there's not an awful lot going on. Looking at the squad that's out there in America, we're going to have it tough against Celtic and AC Milan and Barcelona, etc., and Chelsea. I feel like we have got a very, very young squad, so it will be interesting to see how Pep sets them up and who we can trust. I think we will find out a lot of these young players, whether they're capable of doing it. And there's always one or two that come out of these pre-season tours that you don't expect. And like you say, I'm rooting for Nico, Riley and all the boys, but I just seen something in Nico a long time ago where I thought, yeah, I think he's got something. So fingers crossed. But anyway, tonight, City TV, 11:30 p.m, open training session in North Carolina. Manchester City will be training. There is a press conference. Joleon Lescott, Sean Wright-Phillips will be with FG at the stadium pitch side. And myself, Natalie Pike and Paul Dickov will be in the studio at the Etihad tonight. It is the late shift. It is the graveyard shift. Do you know what I mean? But we're doing it. We love it. I hope Man City are bringing in the pizzas because it's late. Do you know what I mean? But get online, get in the chat, get on the YouTube, hit the like buttons, comment, etc. And thanks for everybody that watched my show. We Are the South Stand on Thursday was live. I'm going to go live again this Thursday, 7 o'clock. We Are the South Stand. Every Thursday, 7 o'clock. We Are the South Stand. We're going to be on here and we're going to be talking about everything Man City, different guests. Going to get MCFC lads on, LB. All the City content creators are welcome to come on my channel and talk City. So please hit the like button on this video. Please subscribe to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. We need to get on the road to 100k. I know I've got to do more videos. I'm going to do it. Trust me, I'm on it. But listen, appreciate all your support. Tune in tonight on City TV. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about transfers, Kevin De Bruyne, Ederson, ticket prices, etc. And yeah, we're back. The season is upon us. Pre-season starts now. Come on, City.